maybe just get your first thoughts overall of the legacy in which the former premier left behind.
Thank you very much for having me. The passing away of the late Premier Li Keqiang is a great loss to the Chinese people. And he is highly respected. He has been widely expected to play a very important role. And his earlier retirement came as a surprise for many of us. Now his untimely passing away really left the whole nation in great shock. At 68, he is actually relatively young for the senior leaders, active or retired. And I think his loss will be hugely mourned by the Chinese people for many years to come. Li Keqiang is considered as a very clean leader, very capable leader, caring for the people, and a lifelong civil servant, dedicated his whole life to the Chinese people, to China's modernization, industrialization, urbanization, and financial progress of all kinds. Therefore, it's a great loss to the Chinese people, and definitely we will mourn his loss for many years to come.
Victor, what else do you think people should understand about his legacy?
Mr. Li Keqiang rose from the ranks and files. He served in very important positions in the Chinese Communist Youth League, for example, thus making him a very important leader in his own capacity. Now, he also rotated through quite a few important provinces in China, gaining experience as a hands-on leader. And then, ever since he was promoted to the central government, especially as the premier of the country, he led China through 10 years of the great difficulties, for example, because of the sudden changes in domestic and international relations, the challenges and the opportunities faced about the nation. There was great expectation that Li Keqiang could have continued to play a very important role, but now his untimely passing away put an end to everything that many people originally hoped for. And I think this is the time for China to mourn this great leader and get united and rededicate ourselves to the unfinished job of greater modernization for the Chinese nation, because we now talk about the goals for 2035 and the goals for 2049. Right. A lot of challenges remain ahead of us, despite of the loss of Li Keqiang.
Victor, you have a good point. We've been talking about this sort of his dramatic shift in power the last 10 years or so, that maybe the last decade was marked with quite a bit of frustration for the former premier, just given that he was left with not much authority as Xi Jinping did rise among the ranks there. I'm just wondering, does his passing in any way impact the political situation in China in any way?
Well, I would say China is as united as ever in its development. And right now, the whole country, the whole party, the whole military, the whole nation are united behind the leadership of Xi Jinping. And the late Premier Li Keqiang played a very important role for the past 10 years, up to his retirement early this year in March. And I think now is the time for us to talk about reunity, reconsolidation, and uniting the whole nation to achieve the unfinished tasks that Li Keqiang very much participated in leading the party, leading the nation. I think the coming 10 years will be the most crucial time for China to scale the new heights. And I think when China made great achievements, the people by then will have very fond memory of Li Keqiang as a leader, as a dedicated civil servant, and as someone who constantly urged the Chinese nation to move ahead, to do greater things, and to do greater innovation, including in the financial sector. So his memories will be with us for many decades to come.